What's up everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all enjoying your Paldean adventures and also maybe coming across something that's a little more surprising, like a shiny Pokemon. In this video, we're going to cover all of the current methods for shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. The main two ways for finding a shiny Pokemon are to find it in the wild or to hatch it from an egg. You can also sometimes reset in order to find a shiny Pokemon, which involves saving before you enter into a static encounter and then resetting back to that save point until you see that Pokemon shine. Unfortunately, in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, the legendary Pokemon, for the most part, are shiny locked, such as Koraidon and Miraidon, which means that the reset method won't work. That being said, the first way to find a shiny Pokemon is to find it in the wild. Okay, I know this sounds simplistic, but you can actually find shinies walking around at what is called full odds, which means that you have no boosts or no increases to your shiny rate. Full odds is considered 1 in 4,000, or if you want to get specific, 1 in 4,096. It's pretty cool that you learn about finding shiny Pokemon in the wild if you take classes at the academy. But beware, there's no visual or audio cue when you're walking around in the overworld, so you can only confirm if the Pokemon is shiny by entering into turn-based combat with it and seeing the sparkles.
Are you also a Smotive?
What? Alternatively, if you're using the Let's Go function, the Pokemon you send out to fight will not battle a shiny. If you're looking for a specific Pokemon, you could try waiting for it to appear in a mass outbreak. You can find Pokemon mass outbreaks on your in-game minimap, which will have the portrait of the Pokemon if it's recorded in your Pokedex, as well as a glowing monster head symbol. If the Pokemon is not recorded in your Pokedex, the glowing monster head symbol will still be there to signify the outbreak, but it will have a question mark on top of it. Defeating Pokemon in this outbreak can increase your chances of having a shiny one pop up. If you defeat at least 30 Pokemon in a single outbreak, you double your chances of finding a shiny Pokemon to roughly 1 in 2,000. And if you defeat more than 60 in a single outbreak, then your odds get even better to 1 in 1,365. The best way to defeat Pokemon in an outbreak is to use the Let's Go function, where you have one of your party Pokemon auto-battle the Pokemon in the outbreak. This is also handy if you're hunting in an outbreak where the shiny version of that Pokemon isn't too different. Your Pokemon will refuse to knock it out. There are a couple of other ways to increase your odds of finding a shiny Pokemon in the wild, and you can stack them for a significant boost to your shiny rate. Those methods are the Shiny Charm and Sandwich Powers, both of which you unlock by completing in-game assignments. The first and easiest way to increase your odds is by getting the Shiny Charm, which you get by completing your regional Pokedex. There's 400 Pokemon in the regional dex and some Pokemon that are exclusive to either Scarlet or Violet, so you may need a few friends or surprise trades to come in clutch. Once you have the charm, you increase your base odds of encountering wild shiny Pokemon to 1 in 1,365, or you double your odds with a charm if you're hatching Pokemon from eggs. But we'll focus on eggs specifically in a little bit. If you combine the shiny charm as well as the outbreak method, then defeating at least 30 Pokemon in a single outbreak brings your odds to roughly 1 in 1,000. And defeating at least 60 Pokemon in a single outbreak brings your odds to roughly 1 in 800, which is a pretty steep increase from the base 1 in 4,000. If you've completed the Path of Legends storyline and gathered all 5 types of Herba Mystica, then you can stack another multiplier on top of everything else with Sparkling Power Level 3 sandwiches. Sandwich making is one of my favorite activities in Scarlet and Violet and is part of the new picnic feature. If you properly combine your Herba Mystica with other ingredients, you'll get a Sparkling Power boost, raising the rate of shiny encounters for a specific type for 30 minutes. If you stack the Sparkling multiplier on top of the Shiny Charm and the maximum boost from hunting in a single mass outbreak, you can increase your odds of finding a shiny in the wild all the way up to 1 in 512. Different ingredients and Herba Mystica combinations will result in a shiny power for each specific type of Pokemon, such as flying, steel, etc, etc. Instead of listing out all of the combinations, check out this handy-dandy graphic that Silent Destroyer put together on Twitter, featuring all of the different sandwich recipes that give you Sparkling Power. It's worth noting, however, that sandwich powers do not boost the rate of hatching a shiny Pokemon, because that would actually make hatching a shiny Pokemon even easier than it already is when you combine the Shiny Charm and a method called the Masuda method. The Masuda method is the name given to the strategy of breeding 2 Pokemon of different language origins. This is most commonly done using a Ditto from another language, since Ditto can breed with Pokemon from any egg group, and having it breed with the Pokemon you want to hatch shiny. Using the Masuda method increases the shiny odds of the resulting eggs by 600%. This means that the shiny charm plus the Masuda method gives you 1 in 512 odds. In case you're a visual learner, please check out this awesome graphic made by Anubis that details all of the different ways you can increase your shiny odds based on your method of hunting. I don't personally understand the concept of rolls, it's probably a probability thing, but in either case, this graphic makes it really easy to understand what you need to do. It's also worth noting that according to the graphic, there is currently no way to increase your odds of finding a shiny in a Terra raid. The link to Anubis' tweet, as well as Silent Destroyers, are in the description below so you can access these graphics. And that's all for now. Have you caught a shiny Pokemon yet? Have you noticed that your player profile actually tells you the number of shinies you've encountered, and that number could be higher than what you actually have caught in your boxes or seen in the wild? Let me know your favorite shiny story in the comments below, and I wish you all the best of luck finding shiny Pokemon in the future. See you guys soon!